Hey guys, welcome back to another Snowrunner mod map preview. I got a fair bit of stuff done on the map in the last couple days. I've been able to put a few hours into it that I was missing out on the last week or so, which has been nice. So I'm going to take you guys for a little spin around, and we are going to have a look at, there's two new areas that I've built. First one is an airport, and the second one is that I've started the town. So you guys can have a look at it. Everything is mostly just models laid out. Basically, I've laid out the general town over there, and it's just houses. It doesn't have a lot of the little stuff in it. But you guys can see what it's starting to look like now, and you can see the progress as I do updates in the future. So we just left from the little motel that was just off the highway that you guys have seen many times. And if you look in the distance, you can see some buildings popping out over the trees, that's going to be the town area. We're going to go over there and pick up a trailer, and then we're going to go grab some cargo from the airport, which you can just see in the background there. So this area I really haven't done anything to yet. I've only laid trees in as I usually do, just to show you guys areas and kind of fill in the nothingness in between them. I'm not sure what I'm going to put along here. Probably a few houses. We'll see. Still have a lot of larger areas that I still need to work on. So, well, if you guys have any ideas, this is basically, it's not really rocky or sandy in this area. It's just kind of forest. And then we come down and we're going to actually cross the big canyon. This is the far end of the canyon that you've seen in, I think it was the first video I ever did. So it stretches the whole width of the map. And this is basically the very end of it. So we're just going to cross here, and then we're going to come into the town area that I've started on. First thing we have here is another shopping mall on the right hand side, which I haven't put any signage, nothing really out yet in terms of store signs or road signs or anything. The odd stop sign, but that's about it. And this one looks pretty large. I think I'm gonna have to make it a bit smaller. So here's the first neighborhood. There's gonna be a couple of them. Again, I haven't put any fences and nothing around the houses. It's just basically the models laid out, so I can start working on that kind of stuff. But I've probably got 12 or 15 houses down already, and they're all a little different, and we'll have lots of options in terms of in town and out of town like usual, or out in the sand fields where there's pretty much nothing out there. There'll be a few ranches and beat up old places, as you guys have seen. So we're just going to grab the flatbed here, the gooseneck, and we'll go for a tour through the main street of town, and then we'll go over to the airport. You guys can have a look at that. And I got something a little special over there I'm going to show you guys that I think I'm making it work. So anyways, we'll get into it when we get there. So we're just pulling onto the main street here. We got a little parking area on the right for the park here. We got playground and some walking trails and kind of nice stuff. Put in a crosswalk, which I've never done on any of my maps. Again, there's no signage or anything really on any of the buildings, so it looks really plain right now, but you guys can see the layout, and you'll see what it looks like after I'm done all the little stuff. I threw in these trees and planters and lampposts just to give you guys something to look at. And that's going to be the biggest part of town, and then it'll be a lot of subdivisions, maybe a few very small factories. This isn't going to be a big industrial type place, more of a getaway place, and then the mining out in the sand fields. So again, we have more stores and stuff. We're going to head back over, and I'll take you guys into the airport, which I've got mostly done. Again, it doesn't have all the little stuff laying around, but it's the general look. What you guys are going to see is what it's going to look like. Just a little more ambience, I guess we'll say. And I have to figure out, I'm going to have 2 cargo loading areas there. You'll see the first one here is the broken airplane stuff, which I think I'm going to use here. I'm not totally sold on it yet, but I threw it in there so I can show you guys. But it's an interesting loading area, we'll say that, and I'll let you guys see when you get there. So again, I'm not too sure what to do with this area. It's kind of plain, but it's only a short little trip, so I may just leave it kind of forest. I mean, not everything has to have a house everywhere, and I could stick one or two kind of along the road, but the main town is back what you saw back there, and that's about the only area that's gonna be that populated. So this is the turnoff, which is just off the highway, that's gonna bring us down into the airport here. So I've tried to make it's not a huge airport, but it's definitely a bigger one, and you guys will see that I've tried to put a little bit of ambience in here now, a few cars, try to make it look a little bit lived in. And essentially you're going to come through the gates here, and I've set up an indoor loading area. So to be honest with you, I think I found the only model that doesn't have collision on the roof, so you can actually go into this building and the camera won't clip out. So I figured I'd give it a try. It's fairly tight in here. I may make the backup area a little bit larger, but I'll do some more testing and see. Definitely going to challenge the reversing skills on this one, and we're just going to back it in. I put it about halfway in, so you actually you're going to have to back in or back out, up to you. And I chose the in, but yeah, no, I thought it was kind of cool. It's been suggested before, and I didn't know if it was doable, but I found this model that lets us do it. So I'm going to use it for, like I say, a couple loading areas. There's two of these buildings. We'll just use one for these and the other one for whatever cargo I guess I come up with on that one. And it probably have something to do with the mining, but who knows, maybe incorporate the other couple maps too. So we get the starting of a control tower there. I just threw down a couple planes and a helicopter for ambience. This is basically their staging area that they would come and park and unload and whatnot. And then this is the runway, and what I'm gonna do is try not to crash. And then I'll throw it in night, and I threw some lights down the runway which look kind of neat, so I'll show you guys what's going on with that. And that's pretty much it for this video. I will definitely show you guys these areas again as I get them more finished, but I'm just kind of hopping around. I still have the sand area to do. It's gonna probably be at least another 2 weeks before I really start getting into a testing phase. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Always love the suggestions, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Thanks a lot, guys. You have a good one.